Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we think our lives are shaped by big events, getting into college, landing a job, falling in love, or going through loss. But the truth is, those events are just milestones. What truly defines the direction of your life are the small, almost invisible decisions you make every single day. The kind of decisions that seem too minor to matter. Whether you hit snooze or get up, whether you take the stairs or the elevator, whether you speak up in that meeting or stay quiet, whether you start writing that idea down or let it stay in your head for one more day. These choices might look harmless. They don't seem like they're shaping your future, but they are. Let's be honest, it's not a lack of talent or intelligence that holds people back. It's consistency. It's the ability to choose wisely in the small moments. We all have dreams. Everyone wants to be successful, feel healthy, find love, earn respect, or achieve peace. But what separates those who actually achieve it from those who don't is the quiet commitment to taking action even when no one is watching, and especially when it's inconvenient. Success is built behind closed doors when you're deciding whether to spend 30 more minutes watching videos or 30 minutes on your goal. The difference is microscopic, but repeated enough, it becomes massive. Here's the reality. You don't change your life by making one grand decision. You change it by making thousands of small ones. Every day, you get the chance to decide who you're becoming. Each morning when you open your eyes, you face a fork in the road. Do I take the easy path? Or do I take the path that brings me closer to who I want to be? The easy path feels good now. But the meaningful path feels good later, and for much longer. Most people get trapped in temporary comfort and end up in long-term regret. They say, adjust this once over and over again, and then they wonder why they're stuck. Think of the small decision to skip a workout. It doesn't feel like a big deal. You're tired. You'll do it tomorrow. But what if tomorrow is the same? And the next day? Skipping one day doesn't change your life, but skipping 100 does. Same with food. One unhealthy meal isn't the problem, but repeated mindless eating turns into weight gain, health issues, and low confidence. One argument, avoided doesn't hurt a relationship, but never having the hard conversations builds walls between people who once loved each other. The problem isn't the decision itself, it's the pattern it creates. Now flip the coin. Think about what happens when you choose differently. You decide to go for a short walk, even though you're tired. You open your laptop to write one paragraph, even though you're not inspired. You read one page of that book instead of mindlessly scrolling. You speak up in a room where you've stayed silent for years. Those actions feel small, almost meaningless, but they're not. Because they change your identity. They signal to your brain, this is who I am now. And when you change your identity through consistent, aligned actions, your life begins to shift with it. People often wait to feel ready before taking action. But readiness is a myth. If you wait to feel, action doesn't come after motivation. Motivation comes after action. That means you have to move even when you don't feel like it, especially then, because that's how you train yourself to become resilient. It's how you separate yourself from the crowd. Most people are driven by how they feel. Winners are driven by what they've decided, and they decide ahead of time. I'm going to do what needs to be done, no matter how I feel about it in the moment. One of the biggest lies we believe is that change has to be massive, that we need to reinvent everything overnight. But that's not how real transformation works. It's the slow burn, the compound effect of discipline. A single drop of water doesn't create a flood, but drop after drop, it fills a bucket. Then it overflows. In the same way, small disciplines add up. They don't look impressive at first. You won't get praise. You might even get bored. But if you keep going, results begin to appear first inside you, then around you. Your thoughts change, your emotions stabilize, your confidence builds, and eventually, so does your life. The beauty of small decisions is that they are within your control. You don't need a perfect past. You don't need more money, a new city, or more time. You just need to choose better today. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start with 10 minutes of focused effort. Start with 1% improvement. Start with a single good meal. Start with a phone call you've been avoiding. Start with walking away from a bad habit just once. Don't underestimate the power of a better choice. It's not about the intensity, it's about the consistency. But here's the part no one tells you. It's going to be hard. Not because the action itself is hard, but because your brain will resist it. Your brain's job is to protect you from discomfort. So when you try to change, it will whisper doubts. This won't matter. She'll quit anyway. You've tried before. Ignore it. Your brain isn't always right. It just wants you to stay safe. But growth doesn't happen in safety. It happens when you challenge yourself. When you decide that the cost of staying stuck is greater than the fear of change. Sometimes the biggest change happens in silence. No announcements, no grand gestures. Just a quiet decision that says, I'm not doing this anymore. Or I'm starting today. You don't need to post it. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You just need a reason strong enough to keep going when it gets boring, hard, or uncomfortable. Your why matters more than your how. If you know why you're doing something, you'll figure out the rest. Every dream you have is waiting on the other side of small actions. The book you want to write, the business you want to build, the body you want to feel proud of, the peace you want to feel, the relationship you want to restore, the respect you want to earn. It's all possible, but not if you keep doing the same things. Change demands change. And the smallest step in a new direction is better than the biggest plan you never follow. Don't get caught in perfectionism. You don't need a flawless routine. You need a start. Don't overcomplicate it. Pick one thing and do it. Then do it again tomorrow and again the next day. If you mess up, don't quit, reset. One bad moment doesn't mean a bad day. One bad day doesn't mean a bad life. Get back up. Keep going. Success doesn't belong to those who never fall. It belongs to those who keep rising. Again and again and again. It's time to stop lying to yourself. You're not stuck. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not too busy. You're just one small decision away from moving forward. That's it. That's all it takes. One decision and then another. The version of you that you want to become, they're already inside you. They just need to be awakened by better choices. Day by day, step by step. One day, you'll look back and realize that the small decision to take a walk instead of hitting the couch led to a healthier body. That the choice to work on your craft for 20 minutes a day turned into a career. That the decision to talk to your partner instead of staying silent saved your relationship. That the decision to stop complaining and start acting changed everything. It wasn't magic. It wasn't fate. It was you showing up in small ways until those small ways turned into a new way of life. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the big break. Don't wait for someone to push you. This is your life. These are your moments. And every single one of them is a chance to do something better. You have more power than you think, more potential than you've shown, and more control than you've claimed. Take it back one decision at a time. The world doesn't need more people with dreams. It needs more people with discipline. People who do the boring things that lead to brilliant results. People who don't just wish but work, who don't just hope but act, who don't wait for the right feeling, but take the right step. So what will you choose today? Not tomorrow, not next year, today. Because small decisions don't just change your schedule, they change your standards, they change your habits, they change your self-worth, they change your entire life. One small decision at a time.